can you actually share your journey from being a teacher to becoming a teen life coach?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always curious, like, which way this story is going to come out because I share it so much on other podcasts. And I feel like every time I share it, I learn something new about myself, essentially. Going back to the year 2020 is when I became a mom for the first time. And so, leading up to motherhood, I had been a teacher for just over 10 years, so just over a decade. And kind of just leading my life the same way I always had, honestly, ever since I became a teenager. It's like I became a teenager and I adopted all of these beliefs and these perceptions about myself. And that just kind of stuck all the way through. I kept checking the boxes, but I really truly felt like something needed to change. And so when I became a mom, that's when that really hit me. I actually felt like something cracked. Motherhood really shook me and it shifted me in a lot of ways. And it was like all of these parts of me started just to shift and change. And I really started to hear that inner calling that something needed to change. And then I knew that that something was me. So essentially, moving through 2020 after having Hendrix and then into 2022 having Beatrix, I experienced probably some of my toughest years, emotionally speaking. I was on both maternity leaves, but I also had to return back to work. But work looked a little bit different because of the pandemic. Um, and there was just a lot of added challenges becoming a mom for the first time, but really truly knowing inherently that there was something about myself that needed to change. And it didn't come from a place of like it felt like it was somebody really holding me and telling me that like it was going to be okay, but I needed to take different action in my life. And so through two mental health breakdowns, I eventually decided to get sober on my daughter's second birthday. So 2 years ago. And I mean, that in itself, we can speak a little bit more to that after, if you want to, but that in itself was a game changer for me and brought so much more capacity into my life, like the ability for myself to expand and to start to understand all of those parts that were shifting and really truly seeking that change that I was actually desiring.